And welcome back once again, ladies and gentlemen, to the Rainbow Six US Nationals. It's our Week 2 Open qualifier for the Eastern Conference in stage number 3. Our winning team from tonight's stream will go onwards into the Eastern Conference qualifier for stage 3, joining EG in that group right now with only one other team, which will eventually become 4 and turn into a bracket for us to play out at the end of the stage for a land spot. Let's get into it, Billy. Who do we got up on the plate for this match?
We have, okay, so there was an announcement today. Obey has joined Rainbow Six Siege, and they picked up the X-Embers team. Let's go ahead and read it out. So you have Call Out Grixer. Well, you guys know this team. They're a force to be reckoned with, and really group of really good guys, actually. One of the best Challenger League teams out there. So yeah, so shout out to them, and congrats to them for joining Obey. And Obey, welcome to the scene.
Yeah, welcome, guys. So there's going to be Abadai, Call Out, Grixer, along with Forrest and Fozo, of course, lining up the roster for them tonight. And for Parallax, you guys should know them well at this point, but just in case you don't, here's their roster once again. Crymagic, Bravo Dog, Blarn, Glamoji. There's an R on it as well, but if we just call him Glamoji. Yeah, it's just Glamoji, and then Shrines. That might just be his ESL name or something like that.
By the way, I want to officially apologize. I got a player mixed up, and Habibi was not from Parallax Gaming. So whatever I said about that, go ahead and wipe that off your memory. It was never done. But yeah, Parallax Gaming, we saw these guys. They were the first team here at US Nationals this year that had a major upset. And that was when we saw them go ahead and they beat Dark Zero on Coastline, which was a really fun game to watch. So shout out to them. Bravo Dog, really a standout player on his own. We saw him in double digits just about every single map that day as well. Unfortunately, they were unable to qualify for LAN, so that's why they're back here again, ready to do it all over again. So good luck to them, and they're going to have a really tough match ahead of them going against the guys on Obey.
Yeah, absolutely going to be the case here for Parallax. But Parallax, once again, of course, stepping up to the plate after, unfortunately, faltering to DZ. We're going to have to see how they try to make up for that now going into this matchup itself here. And I think it's going to end up being, like all of our matches tonight, I think we're going to end up with a pretty close affair between these two teams here. But while we are waiting for the matchup to start, we do want to remind you guys once again about the signups for these cups as well. Make sure you guys are heading over to our website at play.r6usnationals.com, where you can find all the information you need on how to sign up for this league, along with following your favorite teams or potentially joining up with one of them as well. All the information is there for you guys. Just make sure you head over to that link.
Yeah, and as we go ahead and we get the whole map ban process thing figured out right now between both teams, just want to say, make sure you sign for those tournaments. Those are free. Yeah. They're free. They're streamed every weekend. You can see them casted sometimes by our community casters, and they're really fun to watch. Give you something to do when you're just being a bum at home.
Every Saturday, guys. It's on Saturdays as well. Yeah. So you only have to play on Tuesdays and Thursdays. You make it to the semifinals. That's where the tournament kind of takes a pause on those Saturdays. And that's when we get to jump into it, is at the semifinals. There's obviously quite a bit of action before that, though, and that's the action that you guys are going to have to get involved in by heading over to that site.
Yes, 2 different brackets. And also make sure tonight before the stream is over, make sure you submit those Venmo clips, because Blue and I were giving away $700, $500 to first place, $100 each to second and third, and you can make sure the clips are funny, make sure they're epic, amazing, whatever. As long as they catch our eye and they're worth showing to thousands of people, make sure you submit it so we can go ahead and put some money in your pocket.
Got a lot of money to give away. We're gonna put those clips in, otherwise we're gonna use it. We're gonna go get sushi.
I wish. I wish. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the vetoes right now. It's coming up, and let's see what game both of these teams are currently going to play on.
All right. Obviously, once again, it all comes down to one. Hey, we had it was Cafe on Tuesday, right? We just got like 3 cafes in a row.
Why does this always happen?
we're looking at 3 clubhouses in a row. If
it's gonna be 3 clubhouses in a row.
Because Parallax had the pick too. It looks like, or no, sorry, Obey picked Parallax had the side choice.
Yes.
So, I was gonna say, if Parallax ends up coming out on top of this one, then we could have the we could have a third one maybe show up there. But it's Obey that wants to go to it, so we'll see.
Like, I'm forgetting what bank even looks like at this point. Like, throw me something to
we got a consulate last week, didn't we? I think we got 1 consulate.
All my brain sees is like just cafe, and then clubhouse today.
It's cafe and clubhouse, like the 2 big ones right now.
Yeah, a lot of people love those maps. By the way,
we used to get coastline every once in a while back in like stage 1 and like half of stage 2.
Yes.
Where'd they go?
Gone.
I love coastline. Give me some more.
Coastline is my favorite map to watch.
Coastline's a lot of fun, right? Because it's really like versatile.
And the action is immediate. Ooh, that's the most fun out there.
I think it has a lot of room for teams to like kind of like change things up too, like in the midst of the round. So I like that map. So start picking, folks.
Yeah. So for those of you out there on Twitter, we went ahead and we asked you a question. Who do you think is going to win this matchup? And you guys think that?
Oh, a little closer.
Wow.
A little closer.
Obey 30 closer. You're so sarcastic.
I mean, it is though, right? It's like it's usually like 80-20.
It is. I expected Obey to kind of have the advantage. These guys are really well known, but Barn and them, I mean, they're not strangers to the scene as well.
We got the USN crew here tonight, man. Everybody's on Parallax's team.
Everyone is ready for Parallax.
Parallax has made their name in this league.
All right, so here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Map number 2 of the night. Parallax Gaming against Obey Alliance. It is their first game here in USN under that name. So let's see if they go ahead and make them proud. It's going to be here on Clubhouse. We're going to go straight to the operator bands.
I believe I misspoke earlier, by the way, and said the winner of tonight's bracket would end up going up with EG. I think EG qualified for the West. That's why that was earlier this week. They're actually going to join Dark Zero, if memory serves me correctly, on this conference.
So Mavericks band, apparently. Oh, no, these guys are annoying. Shut up and play the game.
Are they just roasting you right now?
Shut up and play the game, okay? Capital band.
Great.
All right, you know what? I'm going to say it. Parallax is going to lose this. 4-7. I'm calling it now. Y'all want to roast? I can roast back. Text chat against me. Let's go.
Obey up.
I love Parallax, man.
What's Obey's hashtag?
Popping off in the chat. You better pop off in the game. I'm looking at you, Blarn. All right? Don't let Bravo Dog carry you again. I got all night.
The best part is I'm sure if you like have the stream open, so like in 2 minutes we're gonna see a response.
Oh, they always so there's a delay on this stream, so they always have it open, and sometimes they listen. So I know they hear it.
There's gonna be a reply to Abel. Just said in the chat. And, and like I don't know what the delay is, but like 2-3 minutes time.
I love these guys. All right, Parallax on attack. They're gonna be attacking an L soon. As Obey, they're gonna start off on defense, and we're gonna go straight to CCTV.
So right upstairs. Downstairs can be a little bit hard to play into for defense sometimes, especially if you guys get split up in late rounds. So quite a few teams have been opting to go for CCTV and Cash to start, since its play generally tends to be a little bit more straightforward for the defense. And that's going to be what we'll have here. Double hard breach, though, coming into the picture. Obviously, we got Maverick banned out again. Bans are pretty identical to what we had in the last matchup. As obviously, we kind of skipped past that a little bit there. But we obviously, Maestro is going to be banned out this time, and that means that Valkyrie is in.
Oh no, Echo? Okay, call out is going to drop himself on Echo. I like it. A roaming intel operator, switch over to an intel anchor with both of those Yokai drones. We saw him coming in play where he was able to stop with the plant denial. Whenever the stuns came out, came in big for Katsu last game. And this isn't a site that we usually see going first, by the way.
Yeah.
At all. A lot of teams have, you know, they've always gone to gym and bedroom and also downstairs in church and armory before they even go to CCTV.
Normally it's saved as kind of your second site, but it seems as though Obey is going to change up that paradigm just slightly. Not a huge deal, though. It's still a very solid site for a defense to start out on and shouldn't cause them too many problems. And again, a very similar setup to what we have seen in the past from many teams as well here. You're going to have Call Out chilling out over here towards the balcony, hoping to surprise since he 6-picked this Echo choice into the round.
They're so annoying. The fact that
did I miss something? Did they?
No. I'm just thinking about what they said.
Oh.
I had a joke in my head, like, why would you name the people that won when you can't win?
I thought they replied, and I just missed the chat. I'm eagerly awaiting the clap back.
Oh, I'm waiting. I love these guys, though, man. So here it is, 2 minutes, 30 seconds. But with a pest guarding that drone hole, they're not going to be able to get the intel needed.
And there is no batteries down at this point either, so it's not going to be so easy to figure out exactly where that bandit is positioned. You can still go about that execute the same way, the one that we explained in the last map in case you missed it. It's pretty much going to work out the same exact way, or it should anyway. There we go, the attempt to pierce through it. There's the Zofia charge, and the Zofia charge went off. They did not have an ADS next to that drone hole, so this time it works, and they actually get it open.
All right, so here it is, Blarn coming in, and a little bit of wall bang right above his head. Blarn missing his target. He's going to jump right back on roof with the rotate. Meanwhile, Cry Magic on the other side of the map. A little bit of breach charge, and he's going to simply run away from that.
Cry Magic, of course, will just set up a few more breaching charges here just to give his team a bit more access in case anyone's going to end up going with him. Cry will more than likely open up that side wall that's sitting on the inside of construction leading into cache. And that will become his primary job here as him and I believe the IQ are going to push together through the other side of the upstairs part of the map.
All right, Shrines working his way with his drone into construction. See him being gathered any type of intel once this breaching charge goes off, and he's going to immediately see that there's going to be 2 people in cash. Yeah, that drone's going to get shot out in no time from Kite. So Kite holding that is going to be important for the simple fact that he's going to have a nitro cell by his hand. So if they go ahead and push that close, not sure what type of gun he has, but that nitro cell is definitely going to be able to kill anybody if it's in arm's reach.
Shrine's, of course, still looking for a way to move in as he's now reached the direct entrance point to the site here. In fact, there might be a free kill if he swings around that angle a little bit more aggressively. I can't tell if the Mozzie's actually peeked out or not right now, but either way, Parallax making some good progress and actually committing themselves to the inside. They do catch the Bandit on the right side, though, trying to actively deny the push in from that sidewall. Either way, there you go. Yeah, was peeked out just slightly. Not going to do enough damage to get the kill. Blarn will strike first, knocking out Forrest, but it seems Cry was also down, but not confirmed just yet.
Oh, no. The bait and switch happened, and Shrine's going to get taken down, but Bandit's going to go down as well as Blarn worked its way towards the double kill. Now with 20 seconds left to go, it's going to be all up to Parallax Gaming to complete this push. Bravo Dog able to call out one over in cash. What if they know there's one in cash stairs as well? Sfozo has an answer back for him. 3v2. Can they get the plant down, or are they going to depend on slaying? Yeah, Obey. They're going to slay their way over to their first win. Sfozo is going to get the last, is that 3 kills?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, there you have it.
It's just Alamos it. Holds it down.
All right, Fozo, doing work. Aim smoother than Clash's scalp on that one. So they're going to be up 1-0. Parallax down 0-1. Womp womp. I wonder if Blarn, Bravo Dog, and the rest of those guys are going to be able to fight back.
I'm waiting for them to actually lose and just see how much you like gloat. Like we're just breaking all like caster paradigms right now.
To be real, I really like these guys. I really like Blarn individually. So I mean, I won't make fun of them too bad, but if they do really get smacked up, I'm gonna pop off a little bit.
It's all banter, boys.
It's all fun.
All right, so let's get into round number 2 here. Obey holding off, just really pure fragging power at the end of the day there. The edge of that site push are going to be able to take control of it. So now that site becomes locked. They can play it again on round number 4. However, for this one, they're going to go back down to the basement, a site that we see most teams starting on nowadays.
So Obey already their first game here at USN, undefeated, a large 1-0. Big things.
Truly gods.
Right, literally gods. Undefeated. Haven't lost a round yet. Obey, just stop playing now. Just like retire on top. Fozo is going to be one of the main reasons why this team won. It was just pure gun skill coming in from him. Bandit, able to wrap around that corner and clean up a lot of kills, especially on the refrag. The one thing about Parallax Gaming when it came to construction, they didn't have a handle on that at all. But Blarn did a really good job over in CCTV. Just unfortunately, the rest of his team could work together as a unit to make a push at the same time while gathering those kills necessary to clear out that area. So here it is.
Lamoji, the meanwhile, here also still trying to line himself up for a commitment to push to the inside. We've got the rest of the team also working their way in through the club now to work their way around over towards those main stairs. In a few moments, we'll start to see Parallax getting ready to open up some of the hatches here. It'll probably consist of the 3, one in the bar, one in the kitchen, and then the one sitting over here on top of blue. Those are the primary objectives for Parallax right now as they get those open.
Yep, so Claymore being set. You know what's funny? I always see Claymore being set there. And who really has the cojones to go ahead and climb up a ladder when the player is right there? But I guess it's just insurance in case if they want to drone and someone tries to sneak up. But I haven't seen it yet.
No, it's usually just a safety procedure. That's why you don't see it though, usually because there is a Claymore there, but...
And they expect it before they try to make some type of crazy push like that.
Mm-hmm. Also, for the tricks have been actually working out pretty well here so far for at least Cade on the inside. I don't know how the other hatches have gone. It sounds like 2 of them got opened, as far as I can tell. No, kitchen was actually denied appropriately, so they have not gotten kitchen open yet. They got blue open, and they got bar open, I think. No, bar was the Cade one. Yeah, so they only got 1 open. Wow, okay.
They're working on kitchen right now before they go to bar.
There you go, there's the kitchen hatch.
Yeah. And then now they go over to bar. Still a lot of time left on the clock with a minute and about 15 seconds right here. But Shrine's on Jackal, especially with the hard destruction currently being underway along with the soft destruction. Should be able to see some footsteps now. Yes, one more time he's able to use that scanner.
Jackal trying to line up for a kill though, and Fozo just walks right into it. An easy opening frag here now for Parallax. Bringing it down into a 5v4. Also, quite a few players now working their way down main stairs. If they can, they'll try to get this church wall open since they are pushing from the main stairs. Obviously, you can see they've got quite a bit of resistance lined up from the other side, so that won't prove to be the easiest task in the world. Hash is presented as an option for them to go into as well, and Grixer just sending Glamoji down to the ground right there. Finds, oh, a nice trade, and he lines up a great angle for the second kill too. Could make it 3, but no. Bravo sets Grixer down on the ground and evens us back out with 30 seconds left. That's before Call-Up is able to find Blard, and Abunai takes the same position as Grixer and continues to frag, catching Bravo Dog. One more also found at the end there by Forrest. Obey claim round number 2.
Obey, you picked up a good team. Your boys are on fire right now. Forrest, Grixer, and the rest of them just putting in a lot of work in. Yeah, that TCSG definitely hurts, especially that close of range. So up 2-0 on defense, kind of like what we expected. The saying is, you go ahead and if you can win 1 or 2 rounds on attack here on this map, you're in a great place. So Parallax, they still have time. It's going to be 4 more rounds until the sides are eventually going to swap.
No.
On a bar in stock room?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
This isn't happening.
I respect it.
This isn't happening.
I respect it, bro.
Oh, they haven't changed it. Oh, no, they're actually doing this.
Yes.
Oh, wow. We're actually going to do a bar and stock round.
I don't remember the last time I've seen
I don't think
bar
I've
stock
ever
being
casted one.
I saw it was in Raleigh. I think G2 tried to pull the strat out. And it didn't work?
No, it's never worked. I've seen like 3 different teams attempt it. It never works.
It never works.
Let's see.
But if you can catch a team off guard, though, and that win happens, that says a lot.
Obey, trying to be bold.
Hopefully, what they're probably hoping is, with the lack of practice on this site, maybe Parallax they're not that good at attacking it. If you practice this site on defense a lot, and you master it, that could be a big positive for you, but it's really hard to do so.
Most people probably have no clue how to attack this site. Like, I have no clue how the defensive setup works on this site, for instance.
Me too.
Like, it seems pretty straightforward looking at it right now, but I would imagine this involves a bit of upstairs holds. It should, because there's a lot of destructible flooring there. And as well, it's looking like they're going to be holding from the stocks push too, because that's a very easy access route for attackers just to swing right in here and get an easy sight.
Yeah, so hopefully Parallax Gaming can go ahead and avoid being victim of just early frags. One thing we saw from Obey, remember it came to before even Parallax dropped down hatches, we saw gunfire just coming up from Obey, just spraying down members of Parallax Gaming, and you cannot allow that to happen earlier on in the game. So Shrines doing work with the ITA, making sure he's opening up these hatches, finding ways into the site. Now I wonder what their reaction is when they figured out they were going to ball.
I mean, they're probably thinking exactly what they're thinking right now is just all right, just take over the second floor and we'll just like shoot fish in a barrel, basically. I think that's the plan.
Attackers have located a bomb.
As you can see, they're going to go up here. As far as I can tell, no one from Obey is stopping it either. So here we go. Yeah, they're just going to start popping holes in the floor up here. Obviously, that rug, I believe, is unpenetrable. So they're only going to be able to breach the parts of the room surrounded. That's still like a pretty big part of the room. And now they can start scanning too, figuring out where these guys are. This will be interesting.
I was taking a look at the rug to see if part of it was destroyed from that breach, to see if what you said was true. But all right, here it is. All players currently left alive. Minute 43 seconds left to go, and now one shot is connected this game. But we have intel gathered here on Parallax Gaming. Big thanks to Shrines. But with some drone work and peeping in between these pipes, can Glamoji go in and get a pick?
So Obey's not even in there, really, as far as I can tell. Yeah. They're sitting right here. They're going to trick. They're holding mainly in the club, trying to stop a push from that direction. And so far, that plan is working, because Parallax is great. They've got all these angles open. The site is kind of ready for the taking. But if they go in, they're just going to get spam from the players in club right now.
Yeah, Parallax, they cannot get in the strip club. All right, so this is actually working out extremely well for Obey right now. You see them utilizing their verticality to go ahead and try to get that hard breach going on, but still, we're starting to run out of time.
Yeah, this is working for Obey. Surprisingly enough as it is, we're going to have to see as it always comes down to this last push, of course.
Here it goes.
Abunai in position here to try and fire back a little bit now, too, as they do expect the actual play to come in here from Parallax relatively soon. Going to boost him up, give him the extra 30 or so HP here. Make the run out happen. This is a big run out too. Not finding much from it, but he's looping around, and yeah, he goes down. So 3 kills also happen for Parallax besides that one there. The first response is only going to come from Grixor on the inside. Forrest also leaning out here. Finds one, nearly gets himself a second, but does have to fall back to the inside of stock. And now this is the problem, is it's such an unfamiliar territory for both teams. They don't have a great idea about where the post plants would have gone at this point. Oh no. It's made for a very awkward situation here, and Forrest is going to go down. Parallax take round number 3.
We called it. You do not pick this site. We do not pick this site. I don't even know why teams even attempt to do it anymore.
I mean, it was working up until a certain point there. It seemed like Obey maybe got a tad too aggressive at the end, trying to stop them from execute, but...
Okay, so, yeah, Parallax took them a while to go ahead and, you know, defeat the whole tricking process and open up lines into the site. But once they got in, it was
quick.
It was Frag City.
That's the problem, is it's just such an open site at the end of the day. There's not a lot of cover to work with there. It's very hard to actively hold on the inside of it itself, except for the stock room. So it's kind of an awkward site for a lot of teams. That is just really underplayed, right? So it's a little bit underexplored overall. So
yeah, and plus that extremely long flank rotation coming in from Obey, that was pretty funny.
All right, guys. So let's get into it here. See if Parallax is going to be able to keep this going now. After the interesting site choice there by Obey, but instead of rotating over towards the gym and bedroom, they do have their original sites unlocked now. So they're going to head back into CCTV and cash.
Bravo Dog on top, 3-2, along with Blarn, 3-2 as well. 3-3-3. Shrines is joining the 3 club as well. So, here it is. Parallax able to pick off 1 win on attack, which is big. And all right, in a game that's as serious as this, you kind of don't want to risk rounds off of trick strats if you're unsure of them. So I'm going to mark it up that Obey felt extremely comfortable on that.
Yeah.
And it just happened that Parallax got the best of them. And here we are in the action phase.
Which, again, like, they wanted to try something out, Obey did, and there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Just didn't work, ultimately, at the end of the day.
It's just fun to see it picked. It's just fun to see those sites picked that we know that it's a hard time to defend. And inside, deep down inside, you want to root for them, but it's like, nah, this ain't happening.
At least not this time.
No.
I got some data for the next time they attempt it, though. So that's probably the first time they busted that out in a live match.
Right, so we have a 2 hard breach setup, which is pretty much necessary in order to get into CCTV, and also bottom half of garage if they wish to do so. And there we have it. Bravo Dog, the hard breacher, and also Thatcher. They're going to work their way up rappel to make this happen. Sophia is pretty vital when it comes to this, because whenever she utilizes her utility and you're able to get the concuss, you're able to make sure that Bandit is concussed. He's not going to be able to put down a battery at all. So that's why 3 people going up there is pretty much vital for this roster.
That's why we've seen it used pretty much every single time so far we've played this site on this round. That includes going back to the previous match even as well. Shrines is going to start to push in, probably with Cry Magic here over the next few seconds if they take the same pathing they did on the previous attempt on this site. And we'll try to move over there towards construction and knock out that wall that Shrines was just looking at that's reinforced.
By the way, look at a big shout out to Antero in the chat.
How is he hanging out?
Yeah.
What's up, man?
Antero, we love you. We miss you. All right. Hope to see you soon. We're back to the game. Minute 30 left. Pretty much quad on all fronts right now. Yeah, this is pretty standard, though. We know they have to get into construction. We know there's going to be 2 people over in cash. It's just going to be all about the attack now. The hatch is open, and the Yokai drone is going to be in play.
This again.
Yeah, so Shrines, his job is to go ahead and get rid of this Yokai drone. But can he do it? This Glamoji is going to take out Forrest.
Takes out the Cade. Also, of course, the balcony wall getting opened here now, so plenty of room for Parallax to play into this site. And it was attempted over there towards the run out, so I think so we see the explosives take him down there. Oh, the run-in attempt here from Parallax is
okay.
Gonna work out pretty well here as they find Grixor on the next frag as well. 3 remaining here for Obey. Trying to take a small angle. Abadai is going to be in a very difficult place here now that we can't overextend towards either side, or is going to give his angle away. The wrap-in from Fozo 2. Fozo trying to play with fire as the wall's going to get opened up, but stays overexposed. Blarn takes him out. Blarn also finds a second from the inside. Callout should have been able to get him here. In fact, he does, but he goes down in the process. And a few more shots from the pistol off Bravo Dogs. He makes some fun out of it. Takes out Callout and puts another round on the board for Parallax.
Yo, shout out to Blarn. Blarn put on his big boy pants that round. He took absolutely over in CCTV. So, Parallax, we have a tie game now. pretty much a mirror match of what we saw from the first game. The question is, in the universe out there, is this going to go down to the wire, or is one team just going to pull away?
Well, it's back to the basement to figure that out once again. So Bay will take another attempt at this. They've got 2 rounds left, this one and the next, before they switch sides over to attack, and things may prove to be a little bit more difficult from that point forward. As for Parallax, they're bringing pretty much the same formula to this one, or it would seem so. The 6th pick on the IQ, though, is going to head towards an IQ, so things will stay the same for Parallax as they head into their 5th round. Big brain plays.
200 IQ.
Always keeping us guessing.
They would never know we're bringing IQ now.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
So, let's have at it. Taking a look at the defender side, you don't see any Maestros, and you do not see Echo. So, yeah, of course, Maestro's banned. You're not seeing Echo, yeah, that's okay. But we are going to have a mute and no smoke as well, so you don't have any of the big 3 anchors here on Obey.
Doesn't seem to go with Obey's lineup, I believe. That's part of the problem for them here, so they didn't use it in the previous round they played onto the basement either. They're going to stick with, I think, a more traditional hold here. They've got Mute and Bandit for this one, though, so they should be able to reinforce quite a few of the walls along with the Cave. They're basically just playing Denial all day long with this lineup here.
Oh, 1,000,000%. The Intel Denial, you have Heart Breach Denial. What more do you want? Abaddon Jaeger, he's going to have the strongest gun on this team right now, so his roaming presence is going to be vital, and he's going to be... I thought he was going to roam. Yeah, he's going to go right back down to blue. He's going to sit behind about 1 or 2 ADSs and just wait for anybody to roam down blue so he can get a nice little pick.
Shrines, meanwhile, checking out the electronics over here towards CCTV and Cache to make sure that nothing will impede them from getting to the inside of this wall. And we'll now move over here, just checking some of those default cams along the way as they get prepared to start clearing out the rest of these angles. Gonna have to check towards like the tunnel and whatnot as well, I'd imagine, but no, looks like just gonna rotate over here towards Club and start getting into the site.
Bravo, absolutely destroying that floor right now, and his own HP.
Yeah, I was gonna say. This is like 20 HP from that.
My man is eager for some action.
He's shooting himself in the face a little bit.
So pretty much establishing themselves in bar and just maintaining this real estate, make sure that there's not going to be any roamers there to stop them at all. Now they're going to go ahead and make sure these hard breaches go through. One in stock, one in bar, and also in kitchen.
Shrines again on point here, at least towards Blue Hatch. Trying to work the IQ down and into this push, but it's never going to prove easy when you've got the Jaeger standing in the way. Abu Nai will once again be an obstacle to Parallax in their push through blue here, as the rest of the team is getting ready to actually start that push, since they've only got 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining.
Yeah, Obey, they're not giving Parallax anything right now. They're staying back extremely far. And actually, with control of tunnel as well, we're not seeing any action at all with 1 minute and 10 seconds left to go. Wonder if they're going to try to stop them over near this kitchen hatch, but just seeing one player there, I'm guessing that hatch is currently open. So it's just going to be all about execution at this point.
Time again incredibly low here. We're going to see that second wall leading into the Arsenal room opened up to allow for the main stairs players to rotate a bit more quickly. The rest of the team is going to have to push in from the blue and the church hatch in just a moment here to start getting some control. Only 40 seconds remaining. Oh, a nice spot by Forrest. Saw that they were going to try and pierce through. Lamoji takes the bait, ends up going right into the angle and giving Obey the advantage.
Shrines. Moving down basement hallway right now from main stairs. Yeah, he was able to see the peak. So now he knows he's going to have to move his force. He's going to be able to go ahead and get the 2K. Thank you to the Nitro cell. So Obey, all players left alive, and with the aggressive play, it's not going to work out for Shrines. His teammates now in a 2v5, making a 1v4. Yep, Parallax unable to get the clutch. Round number 5 is going to go to the defenders, which means we're going to go to the last round of the first half.
So last round of the first half, Obey with the lead once again, and a possibility to set it up at 4-2. Definitely kind of a best case scenario for your average defensive half on this map. 3-3 wouldn't be the end of the world either, but obviously again, that's betting a lot on their attacking side, which often tends to be slightly more difficult on this map comparatively speaking. Finally, Gym Bedroom is going to be utilized here by Obey though, as they definitely don't want to end up going back over towards bar again after the way that round went. Yeah. Don't want to try that one again.
All right, so Castle is pretty much a staple on the site. It's going to be on Fozo, who had a hot hand earlier on in the game. And, yeah, smoke is going to be in place. So we're going to have one of the main hard anchors here. So it's going to be able to call out to be able to deny any type of attack in any type of corridor or area with those toxic baits. Going to have 3 of them. Just going to be able to burn a good amount of time off the clock once Parallax start to get aggressive. No, that just shows that Cry Magic does a lot of work. He's on top of the board.
Yeah, really.
My man does everything necessary right now.
How much like gadget destruction has this man done?
How many players has he peaked with this drone?
How many plus 50s is he been getting? Even he doesn't know because he can't see it, but still. He's probably checking the scoreboard every someone will be like, what?
I wonder how strong this cash hold is actually going to be from Obey. You see him playing pretty aggressive in there.
We're going to have teams extending into here, so it's looking like they're expecting to have Parallax try to push through CCTV and Cash, and they can just basically actively hold this, which is a pretty common strat nowadays for quite a few teams here, just to have that hold in Cash. So that there, you kind of pull it back a little bit and try to hold a construction too.
I like that they're seeing 2 people there. Sometimes when I watch teams play on USN or even other leagues out there, I usually see one person in Cash holding their own, and it doesn't really work out at all. So this 2-player hold is going to be big, and already I have no idea what happened, but Fozo has half health.
Yeah, I don't know where that was lost, unless you get it by like some random spam or something like that. He's going to end up obviously a little bit lower. It's not the end of the world for him, but definitely going to hurt. The rest of the team in a moment here going to start actually just going right for the windows here to try and get rid of some of those castle barricades to give them better purview onto the inside of the site. Potentially trying to bust open just the window leading to the inside that they're pinging it for some reason. Maybe more so to watch for it than necessarily pay attention to it. Try to actively push it.
Parallax, unlike Rise Nation, not really a team that's aggressive when it comes to getting into the building and on site to clear out roamers. But in the very final seconds of the game, rather the last 30, they're one of the most aggressive out there. So taking their time pretty much to clear out this entire map right now. They've seen not a thing yet.
Down to the last minute and a half now too, and it's been an incredibly quiet round. Parallax, besides opening up this balcony, hasn't really been able to see a whole lot of action just yet, but that's going to change now. Shrine's finally busting open some of the castle barricades, is going to be able to actually finish off Fozo on top of the damage that was done from before and give his team the early 5v4 advantage.
Fozo falls and he feels like a bozo, being the first blood right now in castle. Pretty unfortunate. The drone being shot out. Is Bravo going to challenge this? No, he stuns himself. Okay.
He got Grixer too. He just overpeaked a little bit, so he ended up hitting himself slightly.
I'm taking you down with me. So both players currently standing. Yeah, that attack is going to be pausing.
Just a blind knife fight is what that's going to turn into.
Pretty much.
But again, no real progress in terms of actually getting into the site here, but thankfully the patience is working out. And this is starting to change. Cry Magic lurking his way back in. Should have the easy walk and kill on the Grixer, but that wasn't even needed. Managed to deal with it back on the hatch itself. Call Out now being able to trade onto Cry brings us into a 3v2. You've also got Call Out still on Smoke with the ability to delay from him. Abunai holds at the main stairs and finds Glamoji, and this is what's restricting the rest of the push from going into the site, but really no longer going to be the case. Abunai fell back a little bit more last. Toxic Gas Grenade going to go out for Call Out, and it shouldn't really block the plant that much unless Abunai decides to get aggressive here.
15 seconds left.
The last Toxic Babe went out, so that means there's going to be no more denial in that space, so the diffuser currently going down. Pretty sure someone's watching at Avenue if he decides to run out. You see Call Out twitching his mouse. He wants to make that run, but Blarn's going to stop him. Running through the hole, Bravo Dog's going to shut down Abunai. Parallax, they're going to go ahead and win that round.
Definitely took Parallax a little bit of time to be able to actually pull off the execute, but thankfully, again, the pre-execute was worked out brilliant. They were able to set up all the holes they needed to push into the site, and at the end of the day, although it was very close, that final 2v2 goes convincingly into their favor. So that will tie us up again, same as our last match, at 3-3 at halftime, taking us with Obey on the attack now. Parallax go on to the defense, and they'll start out in the basement.
All right, Parallax, let's see what you got here on defense. Blarn's going to be on Kaid, Bravo on mute, and yeah, Castle going to Church and Arsenal. I wasn't really expecting that. So Shrine's going to be on Jaeger. Jaeger fits Shrine extremely well. His gunplay has been pretty phenomenal. So let's see how he's going to go ahead and take over this game. He's going to be in blue, and I wonder what type of support he's going to currently have. The ADS is around him, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be a mute jammer there to stop any intel that's going to be given to Obey. Parallax definitely know what they're doing.
Parallax, of course, having been through this many, many times by now. Looking to try and finally push themselves into the conference qualifier once again. In week number 2 this time of stage 3, but Obey, of course, proving to be quite an opponent in this matchup. The first time seeing them play under this name.
10 seconds
So
left.
before that was the ex-Embers team that they are now represented by Obey.
All right, Glamoji utilizing his Valk cams. He threw one out the way. Let's see where the others go.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Yeah, he's waiting for Marcy to switch off him, but we got you, Glamoji. Okay, with a pre-play C4 as well. You'll love to see it. So Glamoji thinking 2 steps ahead, 9,000 IQ, and Forrest is able to get a kill within the very first 10 seconds. Bravo Dog's gonna immediately fall. I wonder if he was trying to spawn peek.
It's by the doors. It's hard to tell, right? He could have been running back, too.
Yeah, it was
Maybe he just got unlucky. So, unfortunately, either way, he'll lose his life here. Whether it was by his own choice or just unlucky timing. But he'll go down. Mute Jammer spread out throughout the first floor is going to slow down the attack, but only slightly by Obey, just by a couple of seconds, really. So they can do that. Move in, shoot them. And then the drones can continue on their merry way as the rest of the team clears out bar and kind of gets ready to deal with the hatches again.
That's a big blow that Bravo Dog fell that early. He's one of the strongest players on his team, and not only that, I mean, that shotgun in close range, especially downstairs, is vital. It's vital. And when it comes to gunplay, Bravo Dog is the one player on Parallax Gaming that I will wholeheartedly trust 10 out of 10 times, except in that spawn peak. So, let's see how Parallax can go ahead and excel without him. Pretty much the basics. You have...
Whoa, oh, that actually got a kill.
That was a C4. He got the kill. Glamoji with the pre-play C4 was able to get the kill, and that was big. Taking out Habana, which was a hard breacher. You couldn't ask for a better kill.
Oh, and another one from
The Cry Magic. There's explosions everywhere. Call-out's going to go down as well.
Kitchen's like a hot spring right now. You better watch out.
You can't stand the heat. Get out the kitchen.
It's going to blow up at any moment.
I'll get out of there right now.
I want to know if they're using one where the Valcam is that gave them that much info. Because you would assume on the pre-play C4 they'd have a Valcam next to it to like reconfirm it.
Yeah.
And I didn't see one when they checked it, so that might have just been all sound intel alone,
Audio cue.
which would have been really impressive if that's the case.
Well, the thing is, we know that they're going to step in every single spot on that floor and kill.
That's true, yeah.
So it's only a matter of time until they step over that C4. And it's really hard to hear when it's underneath that floor before it gets blown apart. Back-to-back C4 kills. All right, so here it is, 54 seconds in. Parallax with a nice C4 double kill. They're looking to go ahead and close out this round now.
Bomb diffuser.
Oh, Cry Magic.
Oh, what is going on?
What is happening?
Forrest just comes out of nowhere for the trade. Cry getting really aggressive there, finally.
That was a deep push.
We just had like a team fight outside somehow, basically. And that's going to bring us down into a 2 versus 3. Parallax still with 3 full HP players, unfortunately, from the trade right there. Buck lost quite a bit of it. Glamoji taking the wrong angle to take that fight, but he should have seen the head of the Buck. Now he's going to look for the trade, or rather the pickup here. We'll find it, yes, but down from the main hallway into Arsenal. Grixer is going to be able to pick one up on his own regard. He's now very low on time, though. Has to try and find some way to plant here. He's going to try to force the issue a little bit earlier on in the round. I believe they realize this. They're going to run in and try to catch him. He's got a few seconds to jump off that and stop it if he wants to, but no. Parallax still end up closing it out. Shrines picks up the win here, and that will be Parallax taking the lead as well at 4-3.
All right. There you have it. Great run out from Cry Magic and the rest of this Parallax Gaming team. So we go into round number 8. Those are some great early picks coming in from them, man. Bravo Dog dying fast in the round. I mean, I thought that was a sign to, an L coming from Parallax. I thought, usually teams fall apart when that happens, but not them, man. They really fall back, and with the C4s, I really feel like that turned the tide in the entire round.
Yeah,
I mean, when that happens, it's kind of like, okay, what do you do at that point?
You kind of just have to...
No, you have to rotate around and try to go down, the basic choke point hold. So, yeah, choke holds. So, that's that.
Really try and recenter yourself, I think, in those situations. And unfortunately, that's not really easy to do when that happens so late into a round, which is pretty much what we had happen there. So Parallax, some smooth moves from them, put them ahead. And now they're going to go upstairs. But instead of CCTV Cash, we're going to end up in Gym Bedroom first on their account. Relatively similar operator lineup. So we still keep the mute in play, but Castle is going to also be brought in as he proves himself rather necessary for the site.
Just a reminder for those of you that are just tuning in, Rise Nation fell to Katsu in the first game of the day. So the winner between Parallax Gaming and Obey Alliance, they will go ahead and play Katsu to be champions of the night here in the Eastern Qualifier. So, with 3 rounds left to go, Parallax, they can go ahead and put the game to bed. But in gym and bedroom, this is where they go ahead and set the tone to expand that lead, to stop that seesaw battle going back and forth against Obey Alliance.
That's like you see Crymagic's camera going out into the main entrance tree right there. Should give him pretty good information as to the overall push, assuming it didn't go too low that he can't see onto the roof. Last Black Eye camera is going to end up on the inside of CCTV there as well, just to give them a little bit of info late round.
All right, checking his cameras, make sure they're all set well, and already this team is wasting no time working away in the CCTV with a drone. Pretty much the basics, but the roam presence from Parallax is pretty strong right now, something we didn't see at all last map. I like that. Parallax, they love to force their hand in stopping the attackers. And rightfully so. I mean, they've won a great amount of gunfights off of the initial, so why not?
Definitely seem to be getting that first kill more times than not. So the camera is going to be spotted in the tree. I'll give it away and stop, more importantly, handing over intel to the defenders here. Very easy until they could be used to shut down the entire push. As we've seen a lot of window play here today. Notice kills being kind of stolen away. Parallax did the same exact thing when they played against this site from those windows, and you got to be very careful of that.
143 left to go. Drones gathering up together right now to move on in sight.
We're gonna make a super drone.
Right, exactly.
It's like TFT. You just gotta get 3 of them, and then you get the next star on that.
Yeah, I wonder what the plan is right now.
So right now it's
we were just on Forest going back and forth with the cams.
So right now it's still like droning phase kind of for them, but they here comes the attempt to get open the wall. The trick, second. Wow, they used a lot of utility to get that open, but they do get the job done.
A bomb has been located.
Yeah, no, I know what he was doing. He was watching the flank, but I was like, all right, I'm ready for some action. But the wall goes down, and Obey's ready to attack. They have the hallway clear for them to go ahead and run through. And Crymagic is clear to go ahead and get the first kill of the round. There you have it. Fozo's going to fall, so that's going to mean there's going to be no more Hibana in play.
Blarn at the same time here, waiting for the push to come his direction. He can do some real damage up on close there. That may be why he doesn't have the ACOG on it for this round, too, as he knows there's potentially going to be some close quarters fighting that he'll end up into from this bathroom angle. Either way, I believe Abadai would have seen him right there on the peak, so they will attempt to take him out. He's going to find one on his own, but Forrest, call out, and Forrest again, all getting kills. Crymagic, along with Glamoji, now the last two standing together in this one as well. Glamoji's going to get caught down the main hallway by Forrest, and now everything falls to Cry. A 1v2 situation, though, very winnable, especially now that he's brought it down to 1. A bit of panic, however, as the spam continues to roll its way. But the C4, almost got on the timing. I believe Grixer just got smart at the last second and backed out of that one. Now the push coming in, and it's looking like Grixer comes out on top of the final 1v1. Obey Alliance stay in it as they tie us up at 4-4.
So close. I thought that C4 was in a good spot. I'm going to be honest, when he threw that C4, I yelled out, he got this. I thought it was in a good spot. And able to win a 1v2. Obey, they're going to go ahead and battle back to tie up the game. These teams are not letting each other hold on to the lead for long. Neck to neck right now. Neck and neck right now. We have a tied up game, 4-4. Now going to CCTV and Cash Room. Let's see what they have in mind. Heart Breacher set, which is pretty much a basic, and Shrines on Pulse. I like that for a 6-pick. That means Shrines is going to be a roamer, and him underneath is going to be vital for this team. It's going to be all about if Obey can go ahead, drone him out, and get him out of there. The one thing Obey has been really good with, and we saw that last round, is the fact that Forrest, he's on that he's on that flank watch, and he's making sure that, hey, if there's going to be any roamers, anybody running around in an area where they're not supposed to be, he's going to call them out, and then they're going to work together to go ahead and get that kill. But also, IQ is a direct counter to Pulse, so as long as he's using that cardiac scanner, he's going to be able to know where he is.
He's going to be able to hopefully isolate out that player's position, knock him out early in the round here, so that Nitro cell, along with just the presence of the Pulse downstairs, does not become an issue. Glamoji over there still just setting up the last of the Valkyrie cameras, whereas the rest of the team now gets in their early round positions. Cry is kind of going to be roaming around over here towards the bedroom and gym site areas, and probably main stairs as well to stem the tide on the initial push from Obey. It doesn't seem like he's going to get much action from that side, though, as everyone from Obey is working their way, at least to start, in from garage side.
All right. So, Forrest pretty much checking all corners, making sure there's any traps or anything set out there for him. getting rid of default cam, something that we saw Shrug not do not once. Getting rid of the basics before they go ahead and move into sight. With the EMP currently out and Zofia set in place, the exothermic charge will be set. But can the Bandit charge be put down in time? Yeah, he got out of there quickly.
So they attempted it.
Bravo Dog's doing a really good job right now, holding on strong. Forrest is going to work his way in. You see the drone work. There's going to be a player in blue that's also going to try to deny Obey Alliance from coming in. Yeah, Parallax are not trying to give away this space to him. And I love it. I love it.
Parallax trying their best, of course, to deny every inch from Obey as they try to take control of this matchup here. Forrest, the meanwhile, spamming through into stocks a little bit there to try and see if he can isolate out one of these players. Is not so successful. And meanwhile, Glamoji, in a moment here, could end up in position to try to find him out, but staying very, very passive between these two teams at the moment, besides finally being able to get the wall open, leading into CCTV.
Taking their time with 1:23 seconds left. No players have been shut down yet. But most importantly, Shrines is still alive as Pulse. So as long as he's still alive, Parallax Gaming, they're going to have the upper hand. If you try to get the plant down in default spot, if you're able to clear out CCTV and Garage, you're going to have a hard time working the objective. But they're going to work their way with their pings, try to clear out that kill on Raptors over in Garage. Yeah, Albanaz going to go ahead with the run in. Yes, he's going to go ahead and body blown. Pre-fire's coming through, but Bravo Dog is going to get the C4 for the refrag.
So manages to catch that refrag right there. We go down into a 4v4. Just a little bit of action as Abinai wanted to try and force the issue on site. Didn't unfortunately have really much support for that, however. So he ends up going down relatively quickly. Not due to actual trades, however. Crymagic finding one from the inside of the site, and that's all he'll get. Grixer and Forrest trade directly after that on both Cry and Bravo. Shrines comes back in for Parallax and is able to bring it back down to a 2v2. But now both teams basically sit almost dual style here, right across from each other. Just a couple walls sitting in their way. Diffuser is down, and that's very important. They need to find a way to go over and retrieve it. A one-for-one trade will bring this down to its final battle, but another C4 coming out of nowhere there from Blamoji shuts it out for Parallax as they continue to push ahead.
All right, great C4, by the way. Yeah, when he swang by like John Wick and was able to get that pistol kill, I was like, okay, all right, nice pre-fire. And then, you know, before he was able to switch to his main gun and prep for the 1v1, he was taken out with an explosive, and Parallax once more topping Obey Alliance. But it's extending that lead. That has been their biggest issue. I'm not going to question their consistency. I'm going to give more credit due to the fact that both of these teams are evenly matched, and they're both so damn good.
It's really a battle of who can outwit who in this situation here, and unfortunately, neither team is coming out on top of it too much just yet. But that's better for us, as that means we get an awesome match continuing onward to one of these teams.
And everyone's stepping up to the plate and having big games, by the way. It's not just one player. Marcy, can we see stats for a moment? Okay, don't do it then. All right, thank you. Yeah, take a look at the stats. I mean, you have great all-around play from all these players. So, hey, big credit to them. But Glamoji is going to be on Valkyrie. So Intel is the name of the game. Let's see what he's going to go ahead and do with it. Shrines is Jaeger. We know his role in blue. It's going to be all about stopping and applying as much pressure as possible.
Fozo's had such a weird game, by the way, now that we just saw the stats again. Because he got all three of those kills in round one.
And he's been quiet.
And he hasn't got a single kill since then.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to say anything with that. I'm more just pointing it out. That's just really
explosive the first
time. Yeah, because he just he clutched it basically.
I was like, okay, Fozo, you know, put in work. We're gonna see more of him.
And we just haven't heard anything from him since. It's been really interesting.
They see him just in strip club chilling right now, so that could be a reason. Yeah, going straight to bar. Yeah, he's running right in. Fozo wasted no time. So once again, battle of the kitchen. Let's see if the C4s are gonna come and play now. We saw Parallax with the double C4 over in kitchen, and I wonder if Obey are going to be shook by that. Let's see.
We've got drones working their way down towards the 90 hull and the main hull in the basement here now to allow for Obey to start pushing, or at least give them better intel about who might be facing off against them if they go for a direct push. Still waiting on Thatcher to get into position though, so we can see some of those hatches start to get dealt with. There's the first one that will be over towards Bar. Grixer, the meanwhile, still trying to take up positions. They need to get that Claymore set up to make sure no one tries to make the run on them from Oil Pit. And then he'll go back to help with the rest of these hatches here.
Yep. So Grix are just currently making rounds rotations, pretty much step-by-step textbook about how to attack on clutches. EMP going down and teaming up with Habana. Bar hatch is going to be open in a matter of no time, and there you have it. And now it's going to be... Did they get the kitchen?
I don't think so. Unless they got it really early. No, yeah, they never went for it. They haven't even started going for it yet.
Attackers have lifted the bomb.
Oh, nice little dodge there, however, from Fozo. I think he saw that there was going to be an attempt. However, Cry sneaking right up onto them. I don't even know how he got there, but Cry
with the craziest run outs.
Did he run like from from the tunnel to get there?
That's the second time he's done that.
How did he not get noticed?
That is the third crazy run out Cry Magic has had.
And look, they're still looking for him. Like, where'd he go?
He doesn't care.
He's just watching the hatch now. Now he's playing on the other side of this.
Fozo gets a hatch on Cry Magic. They finally found him.
This Fozo as well. He heard us. So he's back into it. Still have them trying to work through this hatch. It's not proving to be easy, and Fozo just got down by trying to peek through that hatch. Thankfully, Forrest is nearby, so they can get him back up, but it's only to 20 HP. It's going to keep him very low throughout the rest of the round, and I mean, everybody else on Obey is kind of just trying to blind push through blue right now, or at least one of them is. Oh, that's a nice find, however, by Abinai. Credit goes where credit's due. Gets that first kill, is not ready for the re-peek from Glamoji, however. So instead, it's going to be Grixer that tries to walk right into church. He goes down to Blarn.
Gets sent to heaven. Thought that was a nice test.
That was good, yeah.
All right, 10 seconds left to go. It's going to be on Fozo, but swinging around with the bearing 9, able to get the down and the plant going down. Glamoji with the double kill. It's going to be a 2v1, but Blarn has a say in it, and Fozo's going to go down. Parallax able to sneak out that win.
Parallax making a run here. First, or one of the first times since the very beginning of the game that we're going to be able to see a team run more than one in a row here. We've been trading them out ever since we hit up 2-2. And now, of course, it happens at a very, very peculiar time for Obey, as it set itself up to be Parallax's map and match point. Obey, we need to see them wake up, and we need to see them wake up right now. This is a very slow play on attack. While necessary, it needs to start finding its mark earlier in the round. Otherwise, this could be another one that Parallax will take, and that will be the map.
And with this being on match point, Obey, we're going to need to see 2 unanswered rounds to send this in overtime. Parallax start off the game really slow thanks to the clutch by Fozo, the nice little 3K, but they've answered back. Even though it was a back-and-forth battle, Parallax finally able to get a commanding lead, the biggest lead so far in this series. So with this being a best of one round is all Parallax has to win in order to move on. Obey, they have a lot to come back from right now. Take a look at the players on this roster. Everyone has had a part doing their role. But with this being a team game, unfortunately, Parallax has been the better one in this case. Let's see what's going to happen. 20 seconds left until action starts. Blue, any chance Obey Alliance actually happens to make this comeback?
I mean, it's like I said, it's a very slow attack right now, and that's mainly them having to respect Parallax, because Parallax has also been really hard to figure out, I think, on a lot of these rounds, or at least Obey hasn't had the easiest time figuring them out. So oftentimes there's like a hatch or two they're not able to get open. Cleaning that up would certainly help, as Parallax has been doing a great job with their Bandit or Cade work and being able to trick a lot of that. So just finding a better way to either counter that or deal with it earlier on is certainly going to help to speed up their case and give them more time to properly drone things out. But besides that, there's not much, honestly, at this point. It's getting too late into the game for them to make any real drastic changes here, and you definitely wouldn't expect them to do it either. So,
what's possibly the last round on defense, I like to note out that Parallax Gaming, they do not have Echo, they do not have Smoke at all. We've seen this lineup a few times with them. They do not want to depend on those operators to go ahead and win a round.
And Smoke in general hasn't been too popular here tonight, except on a few very key rounds where he's able to have been useful. And it's good to see, of course. They're not, bringing him in when he would have been useless.
And that depending on the gimmick to go ahead and win a round. They want to go ahead and win it by hand. So here it is. Claymore currently being set. Grixer making sure that no runouts are going to stop Obey Alliance when it comes to breaking in to either bedroom or gym. So with the castle barricades clearly going to be taken care of whenever Zofia makes it there, or if they want to take their time meleeing it. But currently with the EMP coming out, call out, will place the exothermic charge, and will it be successful? Yes. To be caught. Kaid putting up a reinforcement.
Look at that. Mid-round reinforcement.
You'll love it.
Takes cojones right there. So
someone didn't do their job.
No, I think he might have done it intentionally, actually, because if they could deny that, like later than he wants that open, but the second he hears it getting opened up, he's gotta bring that wall up. And thankfully, I think he's able to time that appropriately, where he knew he wasn't gonna be at much risk when he was putting that up.
All right. Abinai, like I said, the basics. Getting those hatches open whenever, just in case they need to go ahead, rotate around, and drop down it. So, they get in the bedroom. One more breach charge. Get rid of that castle barricade.
Sophia.
Yeah, Sophia is immediately going to fall. I mean, excuse me, Grixer's immediately going to fall.
Looking for an opening here, though. The Zofia, unfortunately, as you said, will lose a teammate in the process. The same problems before. While it takes them so much time to get the angles open, it just doesn't seem like they have room to drone. I mean, we could see like Abinai kind of like guessing right now, hoping he can find something on an off angle. This could kill him too, is the problem. It's exactly what killed his teammate a couple seconds ago, was trying to peek into stuff like this. So you got to be careful. This is part of the problem for Obey, unfortunately, on the attack side at this point.
Oh.
And there you go, Glomoji finding yet another one. Parallax so far having an easy hold here.
Yeah, Parallax with a commanding lead right now. It's going to be a 5v3. Make it a 5v2 as Glomoji is going to be able to get another one. A double kill. 4v2 now. Obey, can they clutch it out? This can be their very last round with under 20 seconds left to go. But can they do it? Against all odds, with a player currently downstairs with a shotgun, the pre-fire is going to work. Callout's going to be able to get his second kill of the round, but Shrines is going to join him as well. Here he is. Callout with a nice triple kill headshot. Can he make this happen? No, Parallax Gaming will be victorious in blue. That's going to be it. Able to pull out the win. 3 rounds in a row.
We got our final match, folks. It's going to be Parallax Gaming once again making their way to the third and final match of the open bracket here for the Eastern Conference this week. And they're going to be going up against Katsu.
For Butters. Shout out to Butters in the chat. We see you. Participant in Tuesday's matchups. All right. Oh, they left the lobby. No, don't leave the lobby before the game.
We gotta see the stats.
We gotta see the stats.
Chill for a minute, guys. At least wait till the game actually ends.
Exactly.
That way your stats will show up.
You need it.
That's how it works.
Congrats, Parallax Gaming. Their second time they've made it to the finals here in USN during this qualification stage. Not strangers to it at all, but great effort all around. It was a really even game. Obey Alliance, an amazing team, by the way.
Yeah.
Phenomenal team. It just happened that they were outlasted. They didn't have the stamina to go ahead and go back-to-back against Parallax Gaming, and those 3 wins in a row put them in the finals.
Yeah, definitely having a lot to work towards on that attacking side. Once again, like the attacking side deciding everything at the end of the day, as it often does amongst these teams. And that one basically, I think, especially with those last 3 rounds, coming down to just like either not enough droning presence or either not using it properly. You could see it a lot of the time in those rounds when they were pushing. They were just like guessing at angles. They were like, let's like, someone's trying to stop this breach from happening. Where is he? Let me peek it and just hold this. Like you can see right here is a perfect example. Obviously, this is Parallax doing it, but yeah, peeking into it and trying to get aggressive in situations where they may have not necessarily needed to do that. Oftentimes was the death of Obey, and it happened far too often, especially on their attacking side.
I would say a big thing that worked for Parallax Gaming was the unexpected flanks from Cry Magic.
Yeah, Cry was going crazy.
There's 2 rounds where Cry Magic was outside for like a whole minute. He was just popping heads like it was nothing. So big shout out to Cry Magic. Yeah, this was...
I don't know why he didn't die on the second pistol shot, because the second pistol shot hit his head. So I think that's why he hesitated there.
No question, Doc. You put something in that side. So,
Doc's got like a double helmet, apparently.
So, yeah, big shout to them. But one thing that was for sure, Parallax did so well when it came to defending Kitchen Hatch. I haven't seen a team that explosive when it comes to protecting that hatch as we did there. The double C4 setup was great. Valkyrie's cams were in great spots to call out the attackers whenever it came to that. So, I mean, they played the game well.
Yeah, Parallax's denial was just really good overall here. There was a lot of opportunities for the guys on Obey to get into a site that just didn't end up happening because, yeah, especially, if you want to talk about CCTV for a second, was that construction wall that they were never able to get open, mainly because they actually were getting aggressive against them in construction, usually forcing them back, delaying the time they had, and then by the time they were actually at that wall ready to open it, the Thatcher usually would either have to be somewhere else ready for the execute, or they just wouldn't have enough time to get that wall open and still actually execute onto the site. So really great stuff on Parallax and controlling at least like one major choke point every single round and trying their best to deny that.
We've seen Embers, well, ex-Embers, who's now Obey. We saw him once before on USN. Were these only 2 times you saw him here?
For Embers or Obey now?
Obey?
Yeah, I think this is only their second time. At least this is the only time they made it this far. There could have been times where they just got knocked out earlier too, which has been happening a
I remember
bit.
Pittsburgh Embers, they were on a game that you and Stokes actually cast.
Yeah.
Now this.
I think there was like it was like 2 or 3 times that they were on before this, if memory serves me correctly. But yeah, it hasn't been that many. It hasn't been anything compared to like Rise or whatnot, who's here like every single week.
Well, with us being now here in Stage 3 and Wildcard coming up, you're going to want to have to go and sign up for those qualifiers because we're running out of time now. 4 spots have been taken for LAN, 4 more left to go, and you know EG, they're still working on it. They're going to be in the next part of the Western qualifiers, in the best of 3s, which is going to be really cool. So I mean, time is ticking for LAN. Make sure you qualify. That's all I'm trying to say. Please
get that in, folks. You never know. You could be upsetting next week.
Yeah.
You play on Saturday.
Maybe.
Head over to that link. Play it on r6usnationals.com.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, talking about this match, I'm pretty sure we're getting the interview ready. Just waiting on word from the producer. But I hope it's Blarn. I still want to know what they meant at the beginning of the game if they were clowning me or not. But all jokes aside, Parallax Gaming, good group of guys. Like I said before, the first time we saw them, that huge upset where we just all went crazy for John. And they made it to the finals again. Going against Katsu is not going to be an easy game by any means. We saw what they did to Rise Nation, able to pick them apart thanks to their patience on defense and their aggression on offense. I mean, the team was well-rounded, so this is going to be a really good matchup.
Yeah, the thing they'll have to watch the most against Katsu, especially if we end up on the same map again, is going to be definitely like their attack.
Can we go to another map? Don't pick Clubhouse, please. Katsu, Parallax, don't do it, please.
It's going to be the same map. I'll call it now. I'll call it, but
all right.
Now that I've called it, it'll be wrong, but
right.
We'll see. But yeah, if it ends up being that same map again, or really like any similar, like very execute-focused map, which is quite a few of them in the pool nowadays, it's probably still going to be like a force to be reckoned with when it comes to their attacking side. That looked really strong. They were really good about it. Really good at catching trades a lot of the time too. Yeah. So Katsu, they might be able to sneak through on this one. We'll see.
I feel like this matchup is going to be a dream matchup for the night for the simple fact that I feel like Katsu was better on defense. And I really loved, they were better on attack, and I really loved watching Parallax on defense. Because Parallax, they were both overly aggressive on both of those sides, on their respective sides. So if they both clash like that, it's going to be just guns blaring everywhere.
Yeah,
it's going to be action-packed.
It's going to be a huge fight, that is for sure. And we'll see all that coming up when we get to our next matchup, which is going to be happening relatively soon. But again, a big congratulations going over to Parallax to once again make it through, of course, to the finals. They fell a little bit short last week, but that was because they played Dark Zero, tried to repeat that upset from earlier in the season. Didn't end up happening, and we saw Dark Zero end up going all the way forward. So they've now qualified for that conference qualifier. And now we're looking to add number 2 to the slot. With the winner of this next match is either going to be Parallax or we're going to see Katsu in that position.
I wonder if one of these big name teams are going to make it. If they're not going to make it. And it's looking so likely. It's looking
very likely.
So likely. Like, I want to see, so out of all of the tier 2 teams that we've seen so far, who would you say is your absolute favorite to go ahead and make it to LAN? My question is, so...
Probably Rise, just because they're doing it so much that it has to happen eventually, I feel like.
Really?
But I mean, like, Parallax is starting to fight for that title, to be honest, because they're playing just as much as Rise is at this point.
Okay.
So but the thing is, like, they're in the same region usually, so I'd like to see one of them go through.
True. I don't know. It's going to be a close call, but right now we're getting an interview ready. That's why we're going ahead and we're filling right now. So just be patient, chat. We love you guys. Okay.
Almost time.
It's almost time. We're going to get the interview and the stats for you guys. Speaking of stats, here it is.
Look at some numbers.
Shrines at the top, 11-7, 91% cost.
The thing to point out here, once again, though, you mentioned this at one point in the game, is just how even everyone is. Specifically looking at Parallax, even to a certain extent, Obey has this as well, which is a good thing.
No hard carries.
There's not like a leading player here. There's not a player that's ahead by like 5+ frags like you so often get. It's really a team-focused game. And while that doesn't make things super interesting from a viewership perspective, it means that the team overall is like really locking right now, really strong, and they're winning off of the merits of their executes and their strategies, not necessarily off of like one player just going crazy and busting out into the site getting 4 kills. Because obviously that is hard to rely on. So
look at that. They're 8-3 on entry for this team. 8-3 for entry. I think that's the name of the game, and I feel like most of that came from the last 3 rounds for sure.
That would also mean that I think they're pretty far ahead in initial kills too, I would guess, when we get that graphic up.
Yeah, big time. So once again, big congrats to Parallax Gaming. Yeah.
Yep, they're ahead by 5. Exactly.
Yeah, opening kill is 8-3.
That's probably a big difference maker at the end of the day too. Was Obey if they were like over, which I think they were a tiny bit like overextending a bit, or just always taking that first duel.
I agree.
It's, man, came back to bite them way too much. Always give a Parallax. It was always Parallax the 5v4. And while like the 5v4 may not seem like much, it's a lot extra freedom, especially if you're on attack.
Yeah. So, sorry, was that?
So it looks like we're not going to have the interview.
We don't have an interview.
Yeah,
I thought you said interview. So
unfortunately, we don't have the interview. So yeah, that's going to end this matchup for now. And we've got the final one coming up right after this break, folks. So stick with us. We'll be back. More USN.